Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Dennis Vinson. On behalf of the administration, faculty, staff, and students in the East Windsor Regional School District and Hightstown High School, I am pleased and proud to welcome you to the 100th annual commencement ceremony honoring Hightstown High School's class of 2014. Please, out of respect for the ceremony, please turn off all your cell phones and electronic devices. Our program will begin with the arrival on the stage, which will include our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Edward J. Forshofer III, Assistant Superintendents, Mr. Michael Zonar and Ms. Deborah Feaster, our supervisors, and members of our school board. Now welcome to the stage my administrative team, Mrs. Melissa Smith, Mr. Robert Scott, Mr. William Delaney, and Ms. Jessica Smedley. The faculty and the staff of Hightstown High School is now being led by the senior-most staff members, Ms. Catherine Anzwini, Lauren Sikowski, Kathy Hart, and Doris Grellis. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of the Hightstown High School class of 2014, led by senior class advisors, Ms. Teresa Horta and Ms. Debbie Townsend. Carrying in the class banner are the class of 2014 Vice Presidents, Emily LeBlanc, Danielle Solomon, and Andrew Taylor. The President of the class of 2014, Leah Chen. The co-valedictorians of the class of 2014, Kashka Debriska and Courtney Lenzo. At this time, the senior members of the chamber choir will lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
The dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please be seated. Our musical selection this evening is Always There, sung by the combined choirs of the Hightstown High School. The choir will be conducted this evening for the very last time by Miss Catherine Anzuini.
When darkness falls around me and I just can't find my way, when my eyes don't clearly see and I stumble through it all, you I lean upon, you keep me strong, and you rise me when I fall.
At this time, I would like to introduce the president of the class of 2014, Leah Chen.
Hi, guys. On behalf of the senior class, welcome family, friends, administrators, staff, and of course, the class of 2014 to Hightstown High School's 100th commencement. But first, you guys are late. But first, let me take a selfie. Oh, hold up, one more. Thanks, guys. Thinking back to September of 2010, when we first entered high school, we really didn't know what to expect. We all thought that Freshman Friday was a real thing, and we had no idea what Taco Thursday was. I still remember walking to field hockey practice freshman year and seeing Dan DeFontes running away from the annex and the football players screaming, "It's Freshman Friday!" Doe-eyed and innocent, we roamed the halls of Hightstown, books clutched to our chests, trying not to get yelled at by the upperclassmen. Since freshman year, I believe the class of 2014 has come a long way. We became the ones who yelled at the underclassmen. The 2013-2014 school year was packed with so many different events. We had the Winter Olympics in Sochi, the blockbuster of the year Frozen. Who can forget when Arliss dressed up as Olaf and sang us a song every time we asked him what he thought of summer? The passing of world leader Nelson Mandela, tensions between Ukraine and Russia, and now the FIFA World Cup in Brazil. Yeah? The school year was also filled with so many different accomplishments in both academics and athletics. Our varsity field hockey team went to Disney to compete in a tournament where they left undefeated. Our varsity boys soccer team went to the MCT finals where they played an amazing game against rival high school Notre Dame. The robotics team placed 16th out of 100 in the World Championships in St. Louis this year. Whoop. Our school ranked in the state in AP scores, beating out Princeton High School, and we began to have classes that enrolled with local Mercer County Community College. Our class strived to be extremely well-rounded, and with each commitment they made, whether it be athletics, academics, clubs, jobs, whatever it was, they always put in 100% of their effort. Their hard work definitely paid off. The class of 2014 is currently going to over 6 dozen colleges in nearly 30 states, and we even have one student who is spending her first semester in Israel. A special thank you goes out to all of our classmates who will be serving our country, whether it be through ROTC, going to a military academy, or straight up enlisting. So thank you. To believe that we are now at our high school graduation is incredible. This year has flown by, and in the blink of an eye, we were headed to the Poconos for our senior trip, then to our prom, and now we're here. I cannot express how proud I am of each and every one of you. I think it's fair to admit that we started high school not really liking each other, but through the years, and especially in these last couple of months, we became closer. We became not only a grade, but a family. Family is traditionally defined as a group of individuals living under one roof, but I believe we are more than that. Quoting Stitch from Disney's Lilo and Stitch, Ohana means family, family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Within our family of 332 members, we have Allie Nickerson, who received a full tuition to Vanderbilt University, where she will be attending in the fall. We have Kelly Mankiewicz and Dante Perez, both Division I bound athletes. We also have close to 100 students going to Rutgers University. For those going to Rutgers, are you ready? Our family has grown in ways that I never expected. We even won the very first class cup. We got out 26 underclassmen in the first round of freeze tag. The juniors only got 8. I think Mr. Camp said something along, "This looks like a scene right out of Jurassic Park. It's an onslaught." Families don't always get along with each other, but that's for sure. But through thick and thin, they always stay together. On April 13th, 2014, our family received some earth-shattering news. Our very own classmate, Tyler Heddle, had passed away. Through all the pain and the suffering that students, friends, classmates, and families went through, we all became closer. Our class became closer, and our relationships strengthened. We all shared our favorite memories of Tyler from elementary school to the very day before. To Mr. and Mrs. Heddle, your son was a light in our halls. He always shined and always treated everyone with respect. Tyler had such a kind soul, and he will never be forgotten. I want to commend you all for the willingness, flexibility, and maturity you have shown throughout the countless changes we had. We have a new principal who really made our senior year special, so thank you, Mr. Vinson. The Chase House became the Smith House in March. We had smaller lunch portions, thanks to Mrs. Obama. We were finally able to use our cell phones during passing time and lunch, and we even had a brand new turf field to play on. Even though we're going to be spread out among nearly 30 states, our family will always stay strong. Our family bond can't be broken. Using Mr. Scott's words, Rams are now free to move about the building. But instead of the building, move about the world. Take what you learned, all the life and academic skills, and apply it into your everyday life. Every experience is a learning one, even though it can't always be seen at the exact moment that it's happening. Next year, or rather in the coming fall, some of us will be heading off to college. For those not going to college, whether it be to serve our country or to take on a job, I wish you all the best of luck. Success isn't defined as who has the most money, the highest education, or who is driving a Lamborghini Gallardo or Gallardo. I'm not really sure which one it is. Depending on where you're from, even though most of you will think that driving that Lamborghini is the epitome of success. Success is deeper than material items. Success is happiness. True success can only be defined by yourself. The success of one person does not mean failure for everyone else. We support each other. We wish success for each and every one of us. In a couple of years, some of us will still be paying off student loans, some will be serving our country, some might even be working full-time, salary-paying jobs. No matter where you end up, whether you seek to be happy or not, you are in control of your life. The future is what you make it to be, so make it something worthwhile. I know we will bring all that Hightstown has given us, all that we have given to each other, out into this world and change it for the better. Our Hightstown family is a family that I will never forget. I can't believe that in a short time, we'll be receiving our diplomas and tossing up our caps. The love and pride that I have for you all is something that I cannot express through words. Again, I am so proud of every one of you for making it this far. Again, I just want to wish you all the best of luck next year, wherever your endeavors take you. The next step for our family is to tackle college, the workforce, or the military. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and I feel beyond blessed that I was able to serve as your president for the past 3 years. Just seeing your smiling faces at our events, and even right now in cap and gown, was what made these 4 years absolutely amazing. Our pasts are behind us, our lives are before us, and our memories are forever within us. Be safe, Rams. And if you remember nothing else, remember this: once a Ram, always a Ram. Ohana. Please join me in welcoming the class vice presidents, Emily LeBlanc, Andrew Taylor, and Danielle Solomon. At this time, we would like to invite up our senior class advisors, Ms. Horta and Ms. Townsend. Thank you both for all the hard work you did this year. We know how stressful and hectic planning prom, the picnic, and graduation can be. A special thank you to Mrs. Townsend for giving us her last year at Hightstown High School. We would like to present these flowers as a token of our thanks and appreciation.
Good evening. Thanks to everyone for coming out tonight. There is so much to be thankful for as we celebrate our graduation. We are thankful for our family and friends for support, our parents for their never-ending love, and our classmates and peers for making these past 4 years amazing. And of course, we are thankful for Hightstown High for everything it has given us, our advisors, teachers, counselors, administrators, and our new principal, Mr. Vincent. On that note, we would like to give back to Hightstown High School. As our class gift, we are presenting a donation towards the new HHS podium with a school emblem engraved on it. We hope the new podium will inspire students to be brave and courageous, standing up to their fears instead of hiding from them. Now Andrew Taylor and Danielle Solomon will present the class banner.
Hello, my name is Danielle Solomon and I am a senior class officer. This year, our class banner reads, "Our past are behind us, our lives are before us, and our memories are forever within us." We hope you like it.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Andrew Taylor, and I am one of the other vice presidents of the class of 2014. The reason the class of 2014 chose this quote is because as we embark on the next stages of our lives, we have to remember that our past made us the person that we are today, and that even though, like Leah said, we're going to 30 states, 2 countries, basically all over the world, we still have our memories, and those can't be taken from us. Ohana, we are all one family.
Thank you for the great present. We'll definitely put it to good use. It is my distinct honor and great privilege tonight to award the valedictorian medals. At this time, I would like to have our superintendent assist me at the podium. At this time, can I please have Kashka Dobriziska and Courtney Lenzo please come forward? At this time, I will have Courtney Lenzo give her speech.
Welcome again to the families, faculty, administrators, Board of Education members, and most of all, the class of 2014. I am truly honored to share this day with you graduates and with those who have supported you throughout your lives. It wasn't long ago that we first rode on the huge yellow school buses, and even less time has passed since we unlocked the mysteries of combination locks. Yet we've all grown so much over these past 13 years. We have grown into young men and women capable of accomplishing our dreams, and we have done so together. This fall, along with many of you, I had to answer the essay question on the Rutgers College application. It started like this. Rutgers University is a vibrant community of people with a wide variety of backgrounds and experiences. My first thought was, awesome, So is Hightstown. Then it continued. How would you benefit from and contribute to such an environment? And all I could think was that I already had. We all already have. Hightstown is such a unique blend of people who have a huge variety of backgrounds, interests, and talents. And it started long before we entered the high school. Our elementary school teachers nurtured our confidence and self-identity. Upon entering middle school, our teachers and the administrators there encouraged us as we began exploring our new freedoms. We could participate in sports in the play. We could join bands. We had to change for gym. And we got to attend school dances. All these choices and possibilities opened to us at once. Suddenly, our individuality could grow. And through all these changes, our families stood behind us, supporting our new endeavors and inspiring us to pursue our goals. Before writing this speech, I tried to make a list of the distinctions that grew within us over those years. But as I thought about it, my list was endless. The diversity at Hightstown goes far deeper than ethnic or superficial differences. It comes down to what we're passionate about. We have classes like painting and woodshop with students who create beautiful things, from self-portraits to ukuleles. We have Project Green, whose members are taking action to help the environment, and the Red Cross Club, who focus their efforts on helping the people in our community. We have students involved in choir, journalism, bands, athletics, and robotics. The passion, determination, and pride that we have in these activities shines through in our successes, from our robotics team, who went as far as essentially the Sweet 16 of robotics, to our boys soccer team and their intense MCT final against Notre Dame. From the 2 boys who were selected for All-State Choir to the 4x4 runners who were eligible for nationals. And these are just a smattering of the countless people and passions that make our school interesting. Yet the sheer number and singularity of all our fascinating interests are not the best part of our diverse community. The best part is how they mesh together. At the annual Red Cross holiday party, choir members sing holiday songs, and a few outgoing children even come join. Students from the music department make another appearance when the band entertains during the half times of football games. Meanwhile, the football players, along with every other athlete, all had to fill up the coolers with ice when they were freshmen. If they were to walk down that hallway to the trainers now, they would surely be wowed by the paintings gradually coming to life on the hallway walls, courtesy of the talented students in art classes. More talented students, these ones in woodshop, are working on a solar dehydrator for Project Green so that this environmental group can make dried fruit from their garden. Project Green, along with many other groups, also starred in the final issue of The Rampage. And then, lo and behold, many of the newspaper members double as members of the Red Cross Club. Now that's what I consider a vibrant community. Just a bit ago, Leah talked about family, about how we're not just a vibrant community, but a family. The wonderful thing about families is that the members are unique, yet they're joined by a common bond. In the same way, we are a diverse group of individuals, yet we're united as Hightstown's class of 2014. I would like to thank all of you for bringing your diversity, talents, and enthusiasm to this family and thriving together over the years. Take what you've learned from being a part of such a diverse community and bring your open-mindedness and determination and passion to everything you do. If you do so, I know every one of you will be successful. Congratulations, Hightstown Class of 2014, on what you've accomplished so far. I can't wait to see what we will achieve in the future.
Hello, everyone. So just 7 hours, I'm not wearing a watch. So just 7 hours ago, I found out that I was going to be sharing the stage officially with this wonderful group of students that I've had the great opportunity to share the past 4 years with. And along with them, I'd like to welcome all of you, the class of 2014, to our graduation and the beginning of what will hopefully be the best summer of our lives. And now it is my job to address the future, to tell you what great things I see for all of you and what wonderful things await us on the other side of this diploma. Because somehow, along the way to becoming valedictorian, I also became a fortune teller. Ask the administration, I don't get it either. But in all seriousness, it's been hard trying to figure out how to concisely outline all the tumultuous emotions I felt in my 4 years here, and it's been even harder trying to do the same for all your emotions, considering I'm not an all-knowing deity despite what Doc Williams expects us to be in his class. It's even harder to say what will happen in the future, and if you know me, you know I'm not going to feed you the cliche Hallmark speech about how when I look out in the audience, I shed a single tear through a black and white filter, and I see lawyers, doctors, maybe even a couple lottery winners. No, don't get your hopes up. A, I'm not that nice, and B, let's be honest, for the next 48 years, we're probably going to be broke students for the most part. But, but as we face this bleak, hopeless future, sarcasm, not serious, promise, at least we can face it knowing all of Coach Brusha's marvelous words of wisdom. We'll always perk our ears at the words, clear your desks and take out a half sheet of paper. We'll forever value the freedom to opt out of the gym membership, and we'll always aspire to draw circles as well as Mr. Vaghi. And I suppose it's really impossible for me to address the future without inevitably referencing the past, because no matter where we go in life, the past is the only thing that we can count on to stay consistent. It's also something that will always connect us in our frustration with our greedy cafeteria vending machines always stealing our candy and our money. We'll always share the memory of eagerly anticipating the puddle list, only to realize our teacher left us another essay to write while we're there. We'll hopefully always remember each other and know that we will always share these proud roots off of Exit 8, where there will always be a home away from home waiting for us. Now I know you're all eager to get your diplomas, but before I finish, I'd like to leave you with a few pro tips to remember as you go off into college and beyond, which you probably won't, but hey, it's worth a shot. I only really have 2 things to leave you with, so here they are. First, find your thing. Everyone has a thing. My thing is playing music. I love it, and it's made me a lot more careful about taking care of my fingers. It's the reason why drum major camp changed my life and why I've spent more money on dinners at the Shack than I can count. The thing is the thing you're passionate about, the part of yourself that you never even noticed until you did, and now you can't imagine not seeing it. It's hard to explain, especially if you haven't found it yet, but as I see a few of you nodding your heads in the audience, I know that you guys get it. The reason this is so important is that once you find it, you're going to be so much more confident and comfortable with who you are and where you belong, and I wish you luck in finding it. My other bit of advice is to never forget to thank people. Sometimes it feels like these things are so obvious, but please, remember to say them. Remember to thank your parents for loving you, because despite what we might think, it's not mandatory. Remember to thank your bus drivers for putting up with all of us for 4 years. Remember to thank your teachers especially, because it's easy to see them as these people, these NPCs that don't exist outside of school. But as we get older, we're going to realize more and more that they're human too, and they chose to do these unforgiving jobs for the same reasons that we're choosing the fields that we're going into. So before you exit Hightstown High School for the final time, come back. Write a letter, write an email, and tell that teacher that you sat down with you in the math resource room, that wrote you that recommendation letter, and tell that teacher exactly what they mean to you. Tell them they matter, that they made a difference, that you will never forget what they've done for you, because these things, again, seem so self-evident, but they're not. Now, I especially am incredibly lucky. In a few minutes, my best friend is going to give me my diploma and give me a hug, and I'll finally be able to call her Gretchen, although I probably won't, because that'd be weird. And I'm going to give her this letter. I'm going to give her this letter that tells her just how much she means to me and how she made what could have been a semi-okay high school experience into the best one I could have asked for. And I know a lot of you might not have been that lucky to find a teacher that had that much of an impact on your life, but I know that all of you have someone that means that much to you, and I really want you to tell them that. because I can't give any piece of advice more valuable than to value the people around you. And on that note, I'd like to quickly thank my mom and dad, the best mom and dad I've ever had, whom I love so much and who are so much smarter and more talented than they think I'm willing to admit. My wonderful teachers, for example, Ms. Contreras, with her expansive knowledge of composting, Mr. Boggy and his unrecognized artistic genius, Mr. McCaff and his passion for magic tricks, Mr. Davis and Mr. Howlett, Mr. Toomey, Mr. Horowitz, Mrs. Answini, Mr. Schaefer, and any other music instructors that I may have forgotten, because God knows we've had more in the past 4 years than I would know what to do with, all of whom I'm lucky to have gotten to learn from, and to thank all of you for sharing the past 4 years of your lives with me. Thank you for your patience and your attention. Congratulations again, class of 2014.
Let's give a little applause for those great speeches. Thank you very much, everybody. Again, my name is Dennis Vincent. I'm the very humbled and proud principal of Hightstown High School. I'm honored today to have a chance to address the entire school community, especially our seniors, on the last day of school that you will have here in the 2013-2014 school year. To say I am proud of you is an understatement. Again, I am honored to be in front of you tonight. I have 3 goals for this speech. I know my boss will evaluate me if I reach those 3 goals. I'll submit it in MLP later. My first, and I've already shared this with the seniors, is to make it through this speech without crying. The second is to celebrate 100 years of Hightstown High School history. And the third is to make sure that each of the seniors in front of us tonight know how important you have been in transforming the culture of Hightstown High School. It's always a dream of mine to work in a school that's high achieving with a soul. Because of your efforts, we're getting closer to that each day. I want to thank you for that. However, before I start, I want to do a few thank yous myself. To the parents, I want to thank you for bringing your child to our school and trusting us with them each and every day. I especially want to thank you for raising such a great, amazing group of people that stand before us today. It is obvious and clear parents being involved in their child's life leads them to more opportunities for success. This group that stands in front of us today has shown that so many positive qualities have been taught at the home. Thank you, parents and guardians. To my staff, to the best staff, this is just not about the senior teachers. This is about all those who have taught the students in front of us, from a kindergarten teacher to each of the elementary schools, through the middle school and to the high school. We thank you for your efforts. Everyone from the librarians, the EAs, the custodians, the secretaries, the clerks, the teachers, my very talented administrative team, the counselors, to our security staff, who gives me great joy as they critique my day each and every day of the year. Thank you. I do want to take a moment and single out a small group of teachers who have decided to retire this year. Some of them promised it wasn't that I arrived, but sometimes I wonder. There's 5 teachers. Ms. Mackey's not here tonight. There's 4 other teachers who are present. The total combined years of service, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for this or not, is almost 100 years of teaching experience. That will be hard to replace that much knowledge, experience, and most important, compassion for students. At this time, I would like to have Ms. Sonia Atkinson stand up and be recognized, Ms. Kathy Answini be recognized, Ms. Debbie Townsend be recognized, and Mrs. Deborah Horowitz to please be recognized. Stand up. Thank you very much. Your kindness in caring for students as whole people, not just numbers on an exam, is the reason that we have seen these students blossom into leaders. Thank you, all of you, for caring about our students and our parents' children. Without you, we would not be here tonight. Okay, the thank yous are done. I'm moving on. First of all, I just want to say that there's no way that I could top the speeches that were given tonight by the students. I truly believe that they captured everything that this class had to offer. And I just want to kind of touch upon a few very brief ideas just to drive home their success. However, before I do that, I do want to take a moment and talk about 100 years of Hightstown High School tradition. When I started to research where Hightstown High School began 100 years ago, I quickly found that the first graduating class was not this year, it would be next year. However, in 1913 and 1914, Hightstown High School was opened. And I think back to what it must have been like to be a high school principal and a teacher and a student. Let me paint a little picture. As a former history teacher, I can't help myself. What it must have been like to go to school in 1913, 1914 at Hightstown. One of the most amazing things I found is that the zipper was just invented. Imagine life without the zipper. Correspondence could take up to 2 weeks to reach New York. What would I do without my Twitter account? There were approximately 4 rooms at Hightstown High School: domestic studies, agricultural studies. There was a lab that was shared by all students. There was a furnace, and there was 1 bathroom. The principal shared an office with the teaching staff. Could you imagine that today? There were approximately 50 students at Hightstown High School in 1913, 1914. We have close to 1,500 today. One of the most striking things that came in my research was the passion of the Hightstown community. The Hightstown community was pushing hard to have a high school built instead of sending their students out of district. After 13 failed votes, the people voted for a new high school. What struck me so much when I saw that was the commitment to educational excellence. No different today in 2013, 2014. We have a state-of-the-art athletic facility. We have state-of-the-art classrooms. Yeah, we can clap to that. And beginning tomorrow, with the renovations of our science labs, we will have what I believe the greatest science facility in New Jersey, thanks to the commitment of our board, our central administration, and our parents in our community. Thank you very much. So enough about 1913, 1914. If you come to graduation next year, I'll talk to you about the first graduating class, but you'll have to come back for that. Standing here today, I look back at where I was a year ago. I left a school I cared a lot about, and I said my final goodbyes. I thought that was tough. Looking back now, I'm not sure if it's easier to say goodbye and leave, or stay and say goodbye to the people who I have fallen in love with, the class of 2013-14. Woo! This is a tough day for me, as the senior students here are extremely important to me. You have taken me and many others under your wing, and you have taught us. As I came here almost a year ago, I didn't understand the way the building was numbered. I didn't understand why the principal's office was in the back. I didn't understand why there was a ram in the front and why it was fenced off. You always encouraged me. You always looked out for your teachers and your other staff members. You invited us into your lives. You allowed me to be part of my first whiteout. Thank you. I found out things that I never knew about you. I found out what you were passionate about. I loved learning about your passions for sports, music, art, along with your unique gifts that you have shared the world. It is an understatement to say that the class of 2013-2014 is talented. You are truly gifted. Although I knew you had many passions, it was the amazing opportunities to see you share those passions with the entire school community that impressed me the most. I could stand here all night and talk about the clubs and activities that gave back to our community. You all know the great works that you have done. I am so proud when I walk around the building and see you sharing with younger students that do not even go to our school, and when you give back to even older individuals that come back to our school. You are a talented group, and you are always willing to let other people know your great talents to make them better. Although this is grade 12 for you all, and I often feel this year that I was in kindergarten, I am honored that I had the opportunity to meet you and address you in the beginning of the school year. Often, we are expected as adults to be the teachers. However, I feel that you taught me. I tried to sit back, and I tried to learn from each of you. One of the most impressive things I had the opportunity to do is sit with many of you during lunch. You learn everything you need to learn about a school by eating lunch with students. Yes, the portions are small, the homework is hard in certain classes, and they will freely tell you how to improve the school. You taught me to listen. You taught us all, and I thank you very much for being the teachers this year. Do not lose that passion to encourage yourself to teach others. One final thing, and Leah talked about it, when crisis hit your school, in your class, and you lost someone close, you rally behind each other. Even if you did not personally know Tyler directly, you all stuck together. That is so important. That is what a family truly is. That's what makes you so talented, that you rally behind each other when it was not easy. I appreciate that, and again, we appreciate that as a school. One last thought about taking risks, if I could leave this with you. Often when you take a risk, you may not be successful, but you tried. Often I heard students talk about what they tried to do, and even though the results may have not been what you expected, you all reached great heights this year. I've been impressed with your abilities in the classroom, but equally impressed with what you have done outside of the classroom. Never lose the passion for that. You have taught me also it's better to pat somebody on the back than slap them on the wrist. Your kindness towards each other is impressive. Thank you for being role models this year with each other. Thank you for taking care of each other. Do not lose that lesson. In closing, you have taught me many lessons about being a leader. I think each of your teachers can take the same away. Be willing to take risks, be kind, be compassionate, be enthusiastic. These are all lessons that we will continue to do. For all of you, I wish you great success in the future. We have high expectations for the class of 2013-14. We know that you'll do great things. Wherever the future leads you, we will be watching, and we will be cheering for you. We are looking forward to updates about your lives and your successes. Before you go, however, I want to make sure that I say this to you one final time. If I can inspire others half as much as you have inspired me, I know I will be successful. Congratulations on your day. Follow your passions. Be good to each other. Be leaders. And most importantly, be safe, Rams. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Forsoffer back to the podium. Dr. Forsoffer, I hereby certify that the members of the Hightstown High School class of 2014 have met all the requirements for graduation for high school as specified by the New Jersey Department of Education, the class of 2014.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, Mr. Vincent, parents, faculty, honored guests, and most importantly, our graduating class of 2014. I've often marveled at celebrities who offer life lessons during a graduation speech, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, why should I care what they have to say? These people are rich and famous and appear not to have a care in the world. I probably know as much about living as they do, so I've decided to give a few of my brief life lessons and then also give you some real-world examples. I've grouped my lessons around 4 general principles that I believe will offer you the best chance of success in living your life. The rules are: seek change and new ideas, be nice and courteous, appreciate what you have, and dream. Now, I can practically hear your eyes rolling. Yes, there might be a cliche or two in the speech, but I hope you will hear some real-life anecdotes that may ring true. Okay, our first topic is to seek change and new ideas. You've heard this before. How many of you have actively attempted it? I thought of this because of an egg yolk. You know, that yellow part in a hard-boiled egg? I hate egg yolks. I have all my life. If I had a hard-boiled egg, I ate the white part and I threw the yellow part away. Well, I ate my first egg yolk 2 months ago. Guess what? I love them. Can't get enough of them. You see, as you get older, your taste buds mature, and I would never have realized this if I hadn't taken a chance and eaten one. The same is true with new ideas. If you're open to receiving them, you will experience so much more in your life. This summer, I might just take that ultimate risk and try my first lima bean. The next principle is to be nice and to be courteous. The best way to accomplish this is to hang out with nice and courteous people. Unfortunately, I have to tell you that in a room full of people, there's always someone who doesn't fit this bill. There's always a negative, mean, or rude person in every group that I've come across. Your job is to find that person and not allow yourself to be persuaded to start thinking the way he or she does. Trust me, they will try to bring you down. Now, if you go into a room full of people and you cannot find a discourteous or mean person, it's probably you. If that's the case, go back to principle number 1 and seek change and new ideas. Believe it or not, it's really easy to be nice. If you take only one thing from the speech, let it be to be nice and courteous. You could start right now. Tonight when you go home and have a snack, put your own dishes in the dishwasher. Or wash them and dry them yourself and put them away. You won't believe the reaction you'll get. You want an even better one? Wash the dishes that one of your parents left in the sink. Pick up your clothes, vacuum a room. You'll be amazed at what happens. You know, I have one more thought on being courteous. Always tip your waiter and waitress appropriately. 15% is a minimum, not a maximum. I mean, these people are bringing you your food that's going in your body, and you want to mess with them? And to be fair, and unfortunately in this economy, a lot of food servers already possess that same 4-year degree that you're aiming for. So be nice. My third theme is to appreciate what you have. Appreciating what you have sounds so easy, but we rarely do it. I'm going to let you in a little secret. Whoever said that you get better with age is a liar. You have to be kidding me. Play your parents in a game that you're good at, say one-on-one basketball. Whether your parent wins or not, he or she will need 3 days of rest. I get sore from playing basketball on my son's Xbox. Do you realize that when you get to be my age, you get sore from sleeping? We don't jump out of bed anymore. We push ourselves up into a seated position and then think about standing. Sometimes that thinking can go on for quite a while. Enjoy your youth because it's fleeting. A lifetime is not very long. Right now, according to actuarial sciences, you've lived a fifth of your life. It sounds pretty good, except that after you finish a 4-year degree, you've lived about a quarter of your life. Wait until you see how fast these years start to fly by. It was not too long ago that your parents were wearing their high school graduation gowns and listening to a much less engaging speaker. Appreciate what you have and what others have done for you. If you get a chance, write a short note of thanks to that teacher who helped or inspired you. I've received a few notes through my years, and I promise you, they do not end up in the garbage can. Tonight is also a great time to tell your parents how much you appreciate all they've done for you. You do not know how great it is to hear those words. It actually makes the soreness from getting out of bed all worth it. Okay, so we've covered seeking change and new ideas, being nice, and appreciating what you have. My final principle is to dream. As much as I want you to appreciate what you have, you need to envision what you do not have and make it happen. Your world changes as of today. If you've not realized it, you will soon find out that you are not the center of the universe. Things will not be given to you in life, so go out there and earn them. Stephen Covey tells us to begin with the end in mind. My advice to you is to dream of where you want to be, but don't rely on luck to get there. Make a plan. Because without a good plan, your dream will likely never happen. Here's a good example of poor dream planning. I've actually done this. You go out and you buy a pair of pants that are too tight because you want those pants to be an inspiration to lose some weight. Well, 6 months later, you still haven't worn the pants and are out of style. Dreams don't just happen because you want them to, so don't be afraid to roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty, and make them happen. So there are my words of wisdom for a happy and productive life. Seek change and new ideas, be nice, appreciate what you have, and dream. You know, you started kindergarten 4,700 days ago, and in that time, you've acquired quite a bit of knowledge. But if you can remember these 4 simple principles and that I before E rule, you will be very successful. Please accept my best wishes for continued achievement, happiness, and health in your future. I hope that each of you accomplishes whatever dream that you have set for yourself by seeking new ideas while being nice to and appreciative to the people who have brought you to where you are today. And if you have that opportunity to eat an egg yolk or a lima bean, think back fondly to your days at Hightstown High School. Enjoy your summer, stay safe, and stay cool. Thank you. At this time, representing the Board of Education, I'd like to call to the podium Mr. Robert Laverty. Mr. Laverty, I present the class of 2014.
Thank you. Welcome, friends, family, faculty members, and district staff, and welcome to the Hightstown High School class of 2014. My name is Bob Laverty, and I'm a member and past president of the East Windsor Regional School Board. I'm filling in for Paul Connolly, our vice president tonight, who sends his regrets. But I have a special privilege addressing you tonight because I joined the school district the same year you did, you as kindergartners and me as a school board member. We take great pride in our part establishing an excellent school district, and we're very proud of you seeing the benefits of that effort here tonight. We've heard some great advice already and some great recollections of your years in Hightstown High School. I just want to add, on behalf of Alice Weissman, Paul Connolly, and the entire board, our expression of pride in your accomplishments and our appreciation for your contributions. Congratulations to the Hightstown High School class of 2014.
At this time, I would like to invite my colleagues, Thomas McCafferty, Gretchen Contreras, Peter Brescia, Nicole Tomasana, Elizabeth Dunn, Cindy Eppenhuber, to the stage for the presentations of the diplomas to the valedictorians and the officers of the class of 2014. We'd also like to invite Frank Mastro Pasquale and Laura Inglesa, who will be presenting, and Doris Grellis, who will be presenting to the family members. Valedictorian Courtney Lenzo, confirmed by Thomas McCarthy. Valedictorian, Kashka Dobriska, confirmed by Gretchen Contreras. The president of the class of 2014, Leah Chen, conferred by Nicole Tomasano. Vice President of the class of 2014, Andrew Taylor, conferred by Elizabeth Dunn. Vice President of the class of 2014, Emily LeBlanc, conferred by Peter Brescia. Vice President of the class of 2014, Danielle Solomon, conferred by Cindy Ettenhuber. I now present Andrew Taylor.
It's kind of important. Annika Helene Akis. Madeline Jasenia Acetuno Ortiz. Nancy Acevedo. Malasel Acosta. Sneha Agrawal. Zaina Michelle Ahmed. Carla Aurora Alba. Noah N. Altero. Catherine Marcella Alvarado. Leslie Alvarado. Maria Alvarado. Kevin Alvarez. Antonia Marcella Ames. Rena Amponza. Baron R.J. Anderson. Jennifer Aparicio Garcia. Luis Andres Arevalo Tenapague. Marco Vinicio Arias Dominguez. Mariana Amy Arasueño. Arlis Adrian Astudio Valverde. Abraham Azar. Asila Kursand Azimi. Brandon Badillo. Henna Bajaj. Christina Balcianate. Elaine Victoria Banting. Delcy C. Barrera. Michelle Elizabeth Bakina. Derek Bender. Christian Bermio. Nicholas Berry. Cindy Gabriela Bonilla. Jenny Boyer. Catherine Jane Burgess. Nikita Burkovsky. Kashif Butt. Roger Guerrero Baez. Stephanie Calmo Rojas. Caroline Andrea Rosa Cardoso. Kyle John Carlisi. Simone Tiana Carolina. Renee Claire Casal. Jean-Pierre Cespedes. Pabrit Chahil. Avishi Chandra. Shi Chen. Andy J. Chilagali. Leah Marie Chiarello. Hee Jun Choi. Kyrie Natori Choice. Neil B. Chowdhury. John Frank Chichuka Avila. Mariana Christina Clementi. Vanessa Cecilia Cobos. Luis Cochincella. Daniel Chaim Cohen. Ryan N. Coleman. Andre J. Council. Kobe Justin Crosley. Erin E. Daly. Brianna Nicole D'Ambrosia. Iman R. Darso. Jordan Davis. Carly Sarah DiCristofaro. Daniel Frank DeFontes. Kiana Danielle de Guzman. Gianella A. Delgado. Luke Dylan Dermody. Krishna Jatin Desai. Neil R. Desai. Tatiana L. Desandre. Chenji Ding. Matthew H. Dolan. Tiffany Marie Dorn. Deontay Jasmine Dukes. Eric Iramersky. Cordell Samuel Easy. William Andrew Eaton. Karen P. Encalada. Olivia Veronica Ernst. Gina Ete. Kelly Elizabeth Falco. Dorianne Feinstein. Carlos A. Farrell. Jessica Ann Fiddler. Amanda Figueroa. Emily Finn. Alexandra Marie Fiore. Craig Fishbach. Peter Joseph Fischetti. Rachel Fogel. Luke Forden. Eric Fories. Hannah Elizabeth Foss. Nicholas James Foster. Sierra Chanel Francis.
Yes.
Parker James Francis. Lauren Ashley Frederick. Austin Prine Friedman. I now present Emily LeBlanc. I love you, Mom and Dad.
All right. Glenroy Romaine Gabriel. Deanna Marie Gardner. Cassidy Giffard. Ricky Lee Geisler. Allison Nicole Gilbert. Anna Rose Gertzen. Alexander Glasser. Ariel Nicole Golad. Celeste Gomez Recinos. Nayab Jamshed Garaya. Megan Signey Grellis. William Richard Grellis. Jennifer Lisette Guaman. Kyle B. Guzman. Raymond Durrell Hagamazi. Timothy Torgney Handeland. Emily A. Hawk. Justin M. Houghton. Jennifer Ashley Hill. Nidira Simone Holloman. Emily Catherine Holzbar. Kristen Houghtonville. Jenna Hurler. Ramsey Hussein. Sanjana Naidu Inala. Albert Angelo Inglisa. Derek Thomas Jackson. Manny Deepika Jambu. Clementina Raquel Jaramillo. Kayla Faith Jasper. Taylor Alana Johnson. Alexandra Rose Josephson. Ryan Anthony Kaminsky. Kenneth Kanashiro. Grace Heidi Kang. Amarlene Carr. Rajveer Carr. Megan Keaveney. Adeyemi Idris KG. Sonia Kelkar. Morgan Kenspear. Noman Ali Khan. Saman Khan. Emily Lorraine Kirst. Catherine Klein. Dustin Coleman. Ashri Ram Kandapali. Michaela Corey. Bruce Krause. Brianna Lee Cupper. Helen Mia Kurahara. Andrew Michael Kurz. Anastasia D. Lang. J. E. Lazarovich. Sarah Ann Lachard. Austin Jacob Lippick. Laura Esther Liriano. Michelle Lombardo. Edith Lopez. Carlos Andres Lorenzo. Kenny McLean. Dana Lee McConey. Juan J. Maldonado. Kelly Lynn Mankiewicz. Julia Marrero. Connor James Martin. Christina D. Martinez. Ethan Alexander Marushak. Nicholas Onofrio Mashapasqua. Demetrius Anthony Maselli. Mackenzie Lillian Morrow. Kelly Delcisne Mansella. Sean Patrick McGee. Richard Joseph Meadoff. Elaine Menshoff. Richard James Marandino. Sarah Taylor Mermelstein. Joseph Thomas Metz. Isabella Mikulska. Marissa Moffler. Rebecca Ann Morales. Mia Morano. Daniela C. Muniz. Jonathan Stewart Muniz. Jonathan E. Murillo. Christopher Murphy. Radislaw Slawomir Myslowski. Janine Najar. Richard Charles Navarro. Selena Marie Nazario. Kyle Nelladin. Stephanie Dana Nelson. Alexandra Ann Nickerson. Thomas Allen Nobles. Amanda Lynn Oberg. Olawale Ulumuyiwa Odushola. Nicole Kate Oganesian. Georgiana Opan. Jasenia Oriana. And now I hand it over to Danielle Solomon.
Yael Pacheco. Morgan Page. Marco Andre Panama. Jacqueline Paredes. Akshay Kumar Patel. Heenal Patel. Janki Shailesh Patel. Kishan P. Patel. Mayank Ramasbai Patel. Nikki Patel. Om Patel. Parth Patel. Priyansi Naveen Patel. Shivani A. Patel. Shreya M. Patel. John Edward Patricolo Jr. Sean Elliott Peebles. Kyle Peger. Adam M. Perez. Dante Xavier Perez. Christian Javier Perez Perez. Rebecca Margaret Peterson. Gennaro Grayson Petty. Myra Yadira Pedra. Eric Pintado. Paulina M. Pintado. Corey Ashley Portnoy. Caitlin Powers. Thomas Michael Press. Ryan Quigley. Momin Raffi. Susan Elizabeth Ragnoli. Mohammed Gabriel Rahawi. Sristi Rai. Gotham Ramasubu. Manasi Rao. Catherine Sheila Reel. Reed N. Rebick. Blaze Baron Reiser. Carlos D. Reyes. Federico Joel Reyes. Wesley A. Reyes. Jessica Riley. Daniela A. Rios. Kevin Edward Risch. Emily Rivera. Mark Roberts. Raul Hernando Rodriguez. Glenn Rokiki. Yushang Rong. Brianna Rosenfeld. Julia Rosner. Marisol Rosa. Devin Anthony Russo. Bishoy Saif. Jenny L. Saminhigo Maracho. Jennifer Sanchez. Harpreet Sandhu. Jaspreet S. Sandhu. Amy Paula Sandoval. Rayan Saeed. Hannah Ruth Schmidt. Grishma Shah. Ashley Shannon. Ian Connor Sheridan. Mary Rose Sheridan. Rudra Singh. Simranjeet Singh. Serena Rose Sokoloff. Jeremy Kyle Solano. Logan Michael Saldo. Christian Stevens. Rishi Sood. Brianna S. Sun. Gabriella A. Sukilanda. Marcelo Rafael Sukilanda. Aaron Zachary Tankersley. Milos Tasic. Leah Taylor. Tasia Nichelle Teal. Jasmine Thawani. Diego Uyalri. Camille Unrat. Juan Pablo Ushka. Samantha Valdivieso. Stephanie Valdivieso. Jordan Engelbert Vargas. Jocelyn Denise Vega. Jordan Ruth Virgil. Alba Beatrice Vivar. Marco Israel Vivar. Luke Voley. Robert Bubba Walsh. Jeffrey Brian Weingass. Cheyenne Tanjanique White. Matthew David White. Blake Ryan Wilmer. Sarah Winzinger. Jerry Witter. John Robleski. Giovanni P. Younga. Lyndon Zambrano.
Yep.
Speech round two, yep. Hightstown High School, class of 2014, please rise. No! Not yet, not yet. In order to signify our graduation, please move the tassel on your cap from right to left. Woo. Congratulations, everyone.
I know.
letter. I left a piece of paper up here. Yeah, I left it up